everyone, so I'm going to show you how to contour your face. I'm going to be using stuff that's here, but I just should have put it into a better organizational lineup. So first I'm going to use my contour stick from Maybelline, 2 brushes to put on this kind of a cream product. You can use anything and everything you want. I just have this one. Then I'm going to go over it with powder underneath the eyes with a white powder that I just broke, bronzer to really bring it out, and a shimmery eyeshadow as my highlight. Anything, everything goes, and you know, play around with it, find what works for you. And I hope you enjoy this video, and the final result looks like this. Really strong highlight, really strong contour. You can really see the cheekbone, and nothing, absolutely nothing on this side of the face. So quite a big difference actually. So keep on watching to see how I did this. So I'm going to use my Mastercontour stick from Maybelline. It's in the color light. So when I bought it I was very not tan, so currently I'm quite tan, so I hope it's the right color right now. So basically you can use every and any color you want, a light color and a dark color to contour. The darker color you go, the harsher the line will be, so the stronger the contour will be. So just getting it out, and where to put your contour. So the darker color goes to the darker creases of your face where the light doesn't hit, and the lighter color goes where you want to bring it out. So first let's start with the cheekbone. How to find where to put your cheek contour. So 2 fingers, put your first finger, so the third finger, on your highest point of your face. This is your zygomatic bone. The other finger directly below it, and squeeze it under. And see, this line is where your cheek contour should go to. So now let's try to hit that place with my contour stick. And I'm going to go really quite dark so it would show up. So going this line here, and now going up and connecting it even upper, and just, you know, all of the upper part of my face. So it's not a single line here, but it is connected to the upper part, and also bringing this line down and below my chin. So this is my contour line. And also taking, you know what, if you want a smaller line, a more precise line, use a little pencil. I'm just using this. This is actually an eyeshadow smudge brush, but I like the shape of it. So taking it and going to my nose and bringing in the color that I want, and going on the side of my nose here, so down, and going here as well. So always what I like to do is connect the nose contour with your eyebrow line, so it gives it a nice strong line here, and also at the tip of the nose like this. So the smaller the brush, the more precise the line is, then the more you can actually control what the contour shape is going to be like. So good tip, use a smaller brush, and the more you bring it down, the smaller it will make the nose. And now just switching over to the lighter side, you can also go slightly with this darker color right here below your lower lip, but I don't think it makes much difference. If you really want to go, use a smaller brush and go right here, so it would make it slightly darker like this, so a line here. And don't forget to bring the older line here below your chin. Switching to the lighter one, and now going to the high points of the face. So cheekbone, directly on top of the cheekbone, and connecting it, see here, with the upper part. So another line here on the very forehead here, so all the forehead with the really bright one. The same one, I'm only just going to dab it a little bit to get rid of the darker color. Going to go back on this, and just going to go directly on the nose. You know, the smaller line you go on the nose, the smaller it will take your nose, so you can play with the nose shape, and now going below the darker line here on the nose with this light line. And as I'm not going to be using a concealer or anything, I'm also going to go directly underneath the eye with this contour stick with my highlights and making it into this very sharp V shape. And also don't forget your upper lip and directly underneath your chin. So, and don't forget to go slightly underneath your brow as well, like this. So we have all the contour lines down on one side of the face. I'm going to use my brush. You can use any brush, you can use a beauty blender to blend it all out. Then you can see the difference, and then I'm going to do the other side of the face. So see you soon after I've blended this one out. Okay, so I did this side of the face, I blended it all out. No harsh lines, that's the most important thing, no harsh lines. So this side is done, this side is not done, and you can see this one is not the best because it's basically a highlighter. It catches light a lot on my face right now. So I'm going to go over this, and this is what I always like to do, and I really recommend it. And take some kind of a powder and set everything that you've used as a cream contour or anything cream or a foundation or anything liquid. Take powder. I'm going to take my best powder and first set it with this really, skin colored foundation powder, basically. Just set everything so it's less wet, and you can start layering different powders on it, because to make all of my contour come out more, I am going to go over it with first a fluffy brush and a bronzer. So bronzer, you always use a bronzer if you want less of a contour but some bits of a contour. So the places you put bronzer are all the same. So here, first start here, and see if you have something liquid or cream underneath, it brings out a lot more. So go here, up, so all the same, you know. Cheekbone, go up on the forehead, tap the forehead. If you think you need more, take more. So it's important to put the most here underneath the cheekbone, here on the forehead. So we're bringing the forehead a little bit more together, underneath the chin, like this. And switching to a small broken brush, but it's really good. And going here on the nose with this darker one. And you can take a smaller brush and really bring out the V shape of the cheekbone and really go really dark as you want. The darker you go, the more it stands out. So really just go really quite dark here. I'm going to go now in with a white powder, and I am going to, I just broke it, I'm going to go in with a not damp, so dry beauty blender and pat it here. If you have any kind of a foundation, cream or something underneath your eye, you can go directly on it with a powder and it will set. So even if it's not a concealer underneath, a concealer just conceals more, that's why it's called a concealer. But you can go like this, directly underneath the eye, a little bit of baking on the upper lip, chin. And if you're using powder, don't wet the beauty blender or sponge. This is not a beauty blender, this is just a sponge that looks like a beauty blender. And as usual, just let it set for a bit and it will bring out a bit more of the highlighting that you actually want on your face. And once you think you've had enough of this kind of a highlighter action going on, just take a brush and kick it off and continue with the rest of your makeup. So done, brush off. Just any kind of brush. I am using well, a brush that is not really a highlighter brush, but I like using it as a highlighter brush, and just, you know, kick it off from underneath your eye. So it has set a bit, it has made it a little bit lighter, like this. And just, you know, kick it off, and you get this really nice, really dark cheekbone, and very upper part of your cheekbone. You get this really nice angle between them too. I'm going to put on highlight, which is actually a shimmery eyeshadow. So taking it with my fingers, you can use a brush. I just like using my finger more. So first Cupid's bow, nose. The stronger you go on the nose, the stronger the highlight will be. So if you really want a very blinding highlight, you have to put on quite a lot. And then on my little cheek. So directly on the very top of the cheekbone, you get this really blinding glow. And you know, the more blinding you want, the more you have to put on. That's how it always is. So all on the cheek here at the very top of it, and directly go with it underneath the brow bone a bit, and then on top of the brow bone as well. So it goes, so it gives you this nice reflection of light, and that's what you want from a highlight anyway. And Cupid's bow and nose. So I think I'm done actually. So half of the face is done, half of the face I did not do. This is what a contour looks like. You can use any products you want. The darker you go, the harsher the line will be. The more blinding you go with the highlight, the more blinding it will be. And I like to go bronzer, blush, and then highlight. That's what I usually like to do. And I just did not put any blush on right now. And the more you put on, the darker it will be. The darker the contrast will be, the more cheekbone you will have. And the smaller you can make with the nose, you can play with the nose shape a lot as well. So just have fun with it, discover what looks best on you, play around with it a bit, and you know, makeup is all about having fun with it and trying different things and just enjoying the process. If you're not enjoying it, then why are you doing it? So thank you for watching me. I hope I gave you a few good tips, and that's actually it. So thank you for watching me. I hope to see you again soon, and bye.